Alrighty, it is time for the Gravekeepers to go head-to-head with Tristan. The Gravekeepers probably are just way too strong for Duelist Kingdom, but it's still fun to watch. It's always fun to watch some random weak deck get absolutely pasted. So the Gravekeepers win rock, paper, scissors, and they elect to go first. Okay, there's Gravekeepers Oracle. Ooh. Not the greatest starting hand they've ever had. They've got Charm of Shabti, which I guess can be made as defense. Gravekeeper's Servant's a good card. Every time the enemy wants to attack, they have to discard the top card to their graveyard. And down goes Charm of Shabti. Gravekeeper's Oracle can be summoned with just one Gravekeeper as a tribute, otherwise it would usually be two. Necrovalley Temple is also down as well. So for that card to really take its effect, the Gravekeepers would need Necrovalley down as well. And Tristan starts off with Axe Raider, a 1700 straight off the bat. Alright, Magic Jammer went to the graveyard. That's a good card as well. That can stop Necrovalley. However, Charm of Shabti was destroyed. There's Gravekeeper's Assailant, which would have been useful if they had Necrovalley on the field. It can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and change the battle position. However, Gravekeeper's Assailant has been placed in defense mode. Necrovalley isn't on the field. I have Gravekeeper's Assailant on real card, but it's the only Gravekeeper's monster that I have. Alright, Fiend's Sword is played from Tristan, 1400, and Axe Raider is going to be able to get rid of Gravekeeper's Assailant as a defender. Oh, Tristan's Monster Reborn is now in the graveyard as well. So Tristan throwing cards from the top of his deck to attack, but the Gravekeepers, they're down to 6600. There's Gravekeeper's Descendant. You can tribute one of the face-up Gravekeeper's monster to target one card your opponent controls. Destroy that target. It's a 1500, so Tristan, he'll at least be able to get rid of Fiend's Sword, but he won't be able to activate the effect. He needs another Gravekeeper's monster. This is it's looking a little bit dicey for the Gravekeepers. And what does Tristan have in response here? Because Axe Raider will still be able to win the battle. Tristan, throws down a defense. Interesting. So deciding not to go in for another attack, there's Science Soldier, which is now in the graveyard. Alright, turn change back to the Gravekeepers. They're going to get back into this. Oh, not with that, they're not. They've got, oh my word. Talk about a brick hand. We haven't seen them brick in, I think, any game yet. Alright, what's Tristan got now? Oh, he's going to tribute that face-down defense, which was M-Warrior. I don't know if that's one or... I think that's two. It's either one or two. There's only two of them anyway. Rude Kaiser is summoned, 1800. Oh, there's Kanan that's just gone to the graveyard, 1700. And Ninken Dog, 1800. That's another really good card that Tristan has put to the graveyard, but the Gravekeepers are at 2900. Grave Robber's Retribution will not do them any good. I don't believe it, they've lost. No way has this just happened. Grave Robber's Retribution, has just been flipped up. The Gravekeepers are going to lose a leg. What was that? That was Tiger Axe. They're going to lose one of these legs. This is the first time the Gravekeepers have lost. It's still a best of three. They can win two in a row and still claim their victory. But they lost the first leg. So they can be beaten by Duelist Kingdom decks just as long as they draw an absolute brick of a hand. Well, isn't this an interesting turn of events? The Gravekeepers finally have a small blemish on their record. Alright, they've won the rock, paper, scissors and are going to go first in this one. Well, that was definitely a surprise. Oh, and again, it's not the greatest starting hand. Gravekeeper's Assailant. It's 1500 defense. Yeah, again, that's not a great starting hand. Could you imagine if Tristan defeats the Gravekeeper's Archetype? It sounds impossible, but we just saw it happen. Oh, and there's Axe Raider again. Axe Raider is back. The Gravekeepers are... they're having a nightmare with this Axe Raider. Gravekeeper's Assailant is destroyed. And, oh, Gravekeeper's Guard. Good draw. Could you imagine if they drew like a reverse... if they drew Remove Trap and just other cards that they couldn't... and they lost 2 in a row to Tristan. Just... Alright, Fiend's Sword is down. Alright, the Gravekeepers... they have Gravekeeper's Guard. He's a 1900 defense. So Tristan will not be able to break through this time. Well, he can... he can send a card back to the hand. And back goes Axe Raider. The Gravekeeper's Guard. Oh, Fissure! There goes Gravekeeper's Guard in main phase 2. I know Necro Valley isn't on the field, but you could say that Gravekeeper's Guard has been pulled down into the abyss as Gravekeeper's Nobleman. Has to be destroyed by an opponent's monster for its effect, but it can special summon a Gravekeeper's monster from the deck in face down defense position. Alright, what has Tristan got here? He throws down a face down spell or trap, and back comes the Axe Raider. Has done so much damage so far in this duel. In goes Axe Raider for the attack, made it a sure thing. The Gravekeeper's Nobleman activates. Now, Gravekeeper's Nobleman can summon any Gravekeeper monster, even the high level ones. And it's Gravekeeper's Visionary that's picked. It's an interesting choice. You could also go with Priestess, although Gravekeeper's Visionary is very good. I'll give it that much. It's 1800 defense, so it's safe. And Tristan puts Fiend's Sword to defense mode. Okay, Gravekeeper's Visionary flipped up. Tristan did see that when it went to the field. It flips up so it can show the opponent that it was a monster. Charm of Shabti will stop any of Gravekeeper's monsters from being destroyed by battle as well. Gravekeeper's Visionary is at 2600, and that's going to get rid of Axe Raider. Axe Raider is finally gone. That must feel good for the Gravekeepers to finally get rid of that. Turn change back to Tristan. He needs a Dark Hole or something. He's already used Fissure. If he can get that Gravekeeper's Visionary off the field. No, he throws down a defense. And the longer this match goes now, the worse it is for Tristan, because the Gravekeepers will start to power up their field very, very quickly. It's Gravekeeper's Heretic. So Gravekeeper's Curse is a good card as well. When this card is successfully tribute summoned, you can target a Gravekeeper monster in the graveyard and special summon it. So Assailant, Guard, Nobleman, Curse, take the pick. And decides with Gravekeeper's Nobleman. So Nobleman can get rid of Fiend's Sword, and also if Nobleman is destroyed by the opposing monster again as well, then the Gravekeepers can pull another one from the deck. They throw down Dispel, looking at what that face down card might be, and it is Magic Jammer. So if the Gravekeepers play Necro Valley, Tristan could block it, but in goes Nobleman, there goes Fiend's Sword. Gravekeeper's Chief going in for the attack now, and it is Science Soldier. Alright, 2600 going to come off Tristan's life points here. Alright, big hit, 5300 for Tristan. 8,000 still for the Gravekeepers. They are looking for retribution in this one. A little bit of an embarrassment in the last match. Alright. 2 cards face down for Tristan. And to the end phase. Alright, he's got no monsters. No, Tristan does have quite a few high level ones as well. There's Gravekeeper's Shaman. But no, throws down Gravekeeper's Heretic. And can Tristan survive this attack? No, he cannot. If Tristan cannot block, this one is over. Look at that. And it's level. It's 1-1. So the Gravekeepers have recovered from that early scare. They've got one more match to get through, but they will be... the Gravekeepers would be a bit nervous right now. Imagine if they lost to Tristan of all players. And again, Tristan's deck isn't actually that bad for Duelist Kingdom. I mean, if the Gravekeepers lost to Mokuba, now that'd be something. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Alright, Tristan is going first. And that's a... Again, that's not the greatest starting hand they could have hoped for. Oh, there's Gravekeeper's Spy. That's a good card. Gravekeeper's Spiritualist is in hand, so the Gravekeepers could pull their fusion monster. They've decided to go with Gravekeeper's Spy to begin with, though. Playing a conservative, keeping their cards close to their chest, ready to spring their fusion whenever they feel it's necessary. Oh, stop defense. Gravekeeper's Spy is flipped face up. Its effect will activate, so Gravekeeper of 1500 or less can come to the field from a special summon. Are they thinking about the Recruiter? They go for Gravekeeper's Recruiter. Could have gone for Priestess, but maybe the Gravekeepers just want to play a different monster every now and then. Well, if Recruiter is sent to the graveyard, then the Gravekeepers can pull another monster as well. There's Swamp Battle Guard. And look at that, the Gravekeepers do have Charm of Shabti. So none of them are going to be destroyed by battle. And straight to the end phase for Tristan. Switches Gravekeeper's Spy to defense mode. And is going to be able to summon Gravekeeper's Curse. Could still pull the fusion monster, but still elected not to. I guess just in case I get into trouble, maybe. Oh, there you go. Gravekeeper's Chief can now activate its effect. And can pull itself back to the field almost instantly as well. Gravekeeper's Recruiter goes to defense mode, and that can add another card from the deck to the hand. Tell you what, this Gravekeeper's deck is so good. It's so good at getting its forces out and onto the field. Gravekeeper's Commandant was selected, and now Necro Valley is going to be placed at the field. The beautiful valley itself with that sunset going just behind the clouds overlooking the pyramids. Down goes 7 Tools of the Bandit and Skull Lair. I'll tell you what, they're all in defense mode. They've been left in defense. They won't be able to switch back to go to attack now, but why rush? The Gravekeepers may want to just punish Tristan a little bit. They don't have to go straight for the win straight away. They may just want to play around with Tristan's sight. So you got that first win, hey? You're going to suffer in this one. It's also nice. We get to see a few Gravekeepers monsters that we haven't seen very often so far. So Gravekeepers Cannon Holders there as well. There's Heretic. And is it time for the Gravekeepers Spiritualist? So that in itself, a 2000 attack. Alright, Cannon Holder or Heretic? You'd go, okay, going for Heretic. 1800, but Necro Valley won't power it up, so Cannon Holder is still technically better. Alright, Gravekeepers Supernaturalist has come to the field at 2000 and it's up to 3300. Look at that, two 1700s. Might as well go all in for the attack here for the Gravekeepers. As if Tristan's defense isn't 17... Oh! That's interesting. The Gravekeepers have elected to keep the defense. Maybe just toying with Tristan now. It is Science Soldier. So 17 and 24 would be... I think Tristan may have been able to... Would he have lost all his life points? Would have come very close. 3,300, 2,400. Yeah, it would have been 1,700 exactly. Tristan... If the Gravekeepers went in for an attack there, Tristan would have hit 0 life points exactly. However, why rush to victory when you can just savor the win? So, Tristan has pulled another defense to the field. There's Hidden Temples of Necro Valley. Just to add a little bit more texture to the duel. During your main phase, you can activate this effect during the end phase of this turn. Add one Gravekeepers monster or Necro Valley card from your deck to your hand. That is such a broken effect. I mean, they could have even used that earlier in the duel. Gravekeepers Spiritualist is such a good card. So Cannon Holder is also available as well. And look at that. 2 monsters on defense at 2,500 and 2,000. Skull Lair. If the Gravekeepers activated Skull Lair, they'd be destroying their own cards. Look at that. What a beautiful field. 5 Gravekeepers monsters down. And, oh, okay, gonna switch them to attack. Well, it's a bit late now, but doesn't matter, does it? 2,400, and it is Fiend's Sword. So the Gravekeepers probably pick the sword up and then poke Tristan with the sharp end. But this one is all over. The Gravekeepers took it chill in the end. We got to see some Gravekeepers monsters we haven't seen for a little while. Convincing win in the end, but there was that one. We'll always know that Tristan did get one up in the first leg, but 2-1 to the Gravekeepers. They still remain technically unbeaten. So, they're a good deck to watch. They are going to take on the Paradox Brothers on Monday. Is today Friday? It is Friday, isn't it? It is Friday. So on Monday, yes, the Paradox Brothers will take on the Gravekeepers. And Chazzy Boy will take on Tristan. So we're almost up to the main duelists that all took part in the finals for the Duelist Kingdom runs. And then I think I'll do a Duke Devlin. I think everybody's keen for a Duke Devlin run. I just need to fine-tune his deck a bit. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks for leaving all the comments as well. Hope you enjoyed. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.